Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Marty Jake and this is Artistic Reviews, the series in which I review media with artistic characters based on how good of a representation it is. For today's video, I'll be reviewing an episode titled AJ's Extra Superpower from the children's TV show Hero Elementary. Hero Elementary is a children's TV show that airs on PBS Kids that first aired in 2020. It's about a group of superpowered children who form a superhero group together to help people in need. One of the team members, AJ Gadgets, happens to be autistic. I chose AJ's Extra Superpower to review because the episode specifically has to do with AJ's autism. Before I begin, I'd like to clarify that this is my first time watching anything in the series, so everything I've seen for this review is my first exposure to the show. So, the plot of the episode involves the team helping a little girl find her missing toys. AJ finds them over the fence and deduces that the neighbor's dog must have taken them. At first, AJ concludes that the dog was getting into the yard because the gate wasn't locked, but is proven wrong when the dog finds a way to get in after locking it. Eventually, they find out that the dog is getting in through a loose fence board. In the second half of the episode, they all go to HeroCon, a convention for superheroes. While there, AJ gets an envelope of his mixed up with one from his favorite hero, Jetman Jones, and has to give it back to him before he goes up onto stage. There are a lot of fans dressed as him at the convention, so AJ uses everything he knows about Jetman Jones to find the real one, and eventually returns the envelope. Let's talk about things that I liked in this episode. One thing I liked was the scene where AJ gets sensory overload from the sound of the dog barking, says too loud, and then puts on a pair of noise-blocking headphones. I also really like how AJ reacts to the little girl hugging him. You can tell how uncomfortable he is with it and how awkward he sounds when he says you're welcome to her. It's pretty relatable to me. There's also a part where AJ gets upset because his clothes are wet, saying, "Wet clothes feel horrible on my skin," which leads into him explaining about his autism. He says, "It's not the same for everyone with autism, but for me, it means I'm extra sensitive to the way things feel or sound." I really like the emphasis that AJ gives on the fact that it's not the same for everyone. Not every autistic person experiences things the same as other autistic people. For instance, some autistic people, like me, might be sensitive to touch and dislike hugs, while others might be sensory seeking and love hugs. We don't all experience things the same way, and it's nice to see that acknowledged. AJ then goes on to explain that some things are harder for me because I have autism, and then, with much more enthusiasm, but some things are easier because I have autism. This is great. I'm really glad they took the time to show that while he acknowledges that it has some downsides, ultimately he views autism in a positive way. It's nice to see an autistic character who explicitly states that they see being autistic as a positive thing. I also like the detail of AJ flapping his hands whenever he's upset. Another thing I liked is when AJ says, "There are some things I really interested in, such as heroes and gadgets, and because of my autism I want to find out more about them." He's describing the concept of a special interest, which is nice to see explained, though I really wish they would have gone the extra mile and actually used the term for it. For it being such a big autism thing, I don't think I've ever seen an autistic character actually use the term, which is really weird to me. Something I also really love is that in the second half, the day is saved because of how well AJ knows his special interest, which is a lovely plot point. And you all know by now that I love when these things are accessible. The episode plays on TV, but it is also uploaded onto PBS Kids' YouTube channel in its entirety for free to watch, which is where I watched it for this review. Finally, I love that AJ is the main character. He's not just some side character that they bring in for one episode to teach neurotypical children about autism and then never use again. He's in every episode and just happens to have one specifically about autism. There aren't really too many things that I dislike about the episode. I have little nitpicks that I'm willing to overlook because I like the rest of it. Like wishing they would have gone the extra mile and used terms like special interest or stimming, since they basically explained what they were, but never actually used the names for them. I'm also not usually fond of the whole autism is my superpower phrase, though I'm willing to look past it for this episode. Anyway, I think that AJ in Hero Elementary is pretty good representation. It kind of clicks into a desire I've had ever since Power Rangers 2017 to see an autistic superhero, though I do hope we see one meant for an older audience at one point. What do you guys think? Have you seen Hero Elementary? Do you agree with what I had to say about it? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, goodbye.